Hello everybody. So I think this will be my last pregnancy update. If you didn't see the update that I put on Facebook yesterday, then you don't know yet, but we have our induction date set. Okay, here honey. Before I update on everything about my past couple of appointments and stuff, I will go ahead and tell you that the date is set for this Sunday, June 26th. So we're really excited about that and everything. It's only 3 days from now. I feel like the camera's all crooked. Okay, so I already tried to make this video 100 times, and that's not like me. I usually just turn the camera on and the video is done. But okay.
Nice your eyes, Mommy.
Now she's gonna do my makeup. Thank you, baby. My last appointment, well, no, not my last appointment. I had an appointment yesterday, and my last video was posted on the 13th. I had an appointment that Wednesday, the 15th. At that appointment, I had gained 2 pounds, and previous to that, I was, my weight, careful honey, do easy please. My weight had went back to my pre-pregnancy weight from where I started. So last Wednesday, the 15th, I gained 2 pounds. And they had checked me for the first time, and that was when I was 37 weeks and 2 days. And I was a fingertip dilated. And, honey bun, do it easy please. A fingertip dilated, and the baby was still kind of high up and starting to soften just a little. I also had a non-stress test that day, and it went fine. And I had a non-stress test that following Saturday on the 18th, and that went absolutely fine. So that brings us to on Monday the 20th, I turned 38 weeks. Not on my clothes, please. Makeup doesn't go on clothes. It goes on your face, honey. Monday the 20th, I turned 38 weeks, and then I had an appointment yesterday, Wednesday, which was my original due date. June 22nd was my very original due date, going by my my last period and everything. She's making a mess of herself. So I had a non-stress test yesterday and my regular appointment, and blood pressure was great. Oh, blood pressure was great at the last appointment too, on the 15th. Blood pressure was great, and my weight was the same as the 13th, so weight stabilized. And you know what happens towards the end of pregnancy, it stabilizes, and then you might lose a little, and then that's a sign, you know, labor could be coming. So since we're getting induced in 3 days, and that's the last time I'll be weighed, was yesterday, I gained 2 pounds. 2 pounds for the entire pregnancy. I gained 35 with Allison and 2 pounds with this one. Okay, so it took forever to be seen. Like, I was in the waiting room for like an hour. Oh my gosh.
Do my makeup, Mommy. Do my makeup.
Do your makeup. Okay, so I'm in the waiting room for like an hour, and close your eyes. And I get in to be seen, or get into my room, and the doctor was like, boom, right in there. So that was nice. At least I didn't have to wait in the waiting room and in my room. You look beautiful. So the doctor comes in, and she has the stack of paperwork ready to fill out to set the induction date. It was just like, and I went by myself. So it was just kind of like whoosh. All come over me like, oh gosh, this is really, really happening. So you want that one open? So, no, you can't have that one open. That one's sticky. You can have this one. So, she checks me so that she can fill out the paperwork that said like how dilated and effaced and this, that, and the other thing. So since last Wednesday, the 15th, I'm like a centimeter dilated, which she told me was like a little more than a fingertip, and the baby is lower than she was last Wednesday and about halfway softened. So she told me that that's a pretty good start for an induction, because I was afraid, because up until the very last time I was checked before labor started with Allison, she was really high up, closed up, and hard as a rock is how they described it, hard as a rock. And it was so depressing every time I would go and get checked, because I was having Braxton Hicks and cramping and everything, and I'm like, oh gosh, something has to be happening. But nothing. So then with this one, I haven't been having as many Braxton Hicks or crampy pains and stuff like that, and I'm progressing, so I'm like, wow, I really hope this labor goes fast. So, honey, what'd you do with my, okay, where was I? So she's filling out all the paperwork for me and stuff, and asking me if I'm allergic to this, that, and the other thing, and just double checking all those extra last minute things. And then she told me it would be for Monday or Tuesday, and that someone would call me within the next day or two to let me know when it would be. So after that appointment, I had a non-stress test, and I go down for my non-stress test, and she was snoozing away. It was the first time that they hooked me up and there was nothing going on with her. So it kind of freaked me out a little at first. And then the lady, and I never had this lady before, and she was really, really nice. She brought over this little thing that looks like it looked like a facial scrub tool. It was like flat on the end. And she said, have you ever had to use this? And I said, no. She goes, I'm really surprised, because like 80% of our patients have to have, you know, we have to use this on them. And she picked my arm up and she buzzed it on my arm, and it just felt like vibrating, and she said it was like ultrasonic sound waves or something, high-pitched sound waves or something. And I was like, ooh. And she just lifts the sheet up and sticks it on my belly and gives it a little zap, and Elena, you can tell that she just like flung all of her arms and her legs out and just jumped. And I was like, oh my gosh. It like made me laugh. I'm like, wow, that was really strange. Like, and then you could see that her heart rate went up for a second or two on the thing, and then went back down. Honey, be careful, please. Here. So then she walks away, and she's dealing with another patient. She comes back over for something towards my side of the room, and I was like, she's still not doing anything over here. It's really strange. She's always, I'm usually like right in and out of here and everything. So she goes, let's try and wake her up again. You know, they have 20-minute sleep cycles, and she just might be in the middle of one. So she comes back over with the thingy again, and she puts it back on her belly, and Elena jumps again, and after that she was awake. It woke her up. I felt really, really bad, but I mean, I felt like really bad because I could tell that her movements were kind of like angry movements, not her normal, just slow, just, you know, every now and again a little jab. She was like really mad. Like, I pictured her in there crying or like, you know, making a pouty face. So after that, I was free to go. I go home, I'm driving home, and my phone is ringing, and I couldn't find my phone in my purse. I'm like searching, like, oh gosh. And I pick it up, and I go to hit answer, and it was the hospital, and I just missed it. So I'm frantically trying to call back because I knew there was only one reason they're calling me. So I called them back, and I talked to who I needed to talk to, and she told me that it was set for this Sunday, June 26th, and that I would be called between 8 a.m. and 12 to be told when to come in. But it is going to be for sure that day. So, 3 days from now, I will be in excruciating pain, but loving every minute of it. And I cannot wait to see her and hold her and just be done and get life as a family of 4 started. I'm just so anxious. So, well, that's pretty, honey. So these next couple of days were just kind of like relaxing, and I wish the weather was better, but it's going to be raining here. We'll probably be bringing her home on a cloudy, rainy day. But yeah, let me check my time so I'm not like boring you guys to death. So we're just trying to spend time with Allison, and I'm kind of going up and down with emotional stuff. Like, I haven't cried or anything, but it's just like, thank you, honey. That looks beautiful. I've been going up and down with stuff like little things that Derek does. I'm just like, I keep telling him, well, you're not going to be able to do that when the baby comes. You're not going to be able to do that when the baby comes. And it's making him mad, and we're just like kind of getting a little edgy with each other a little bit. More me than him. But I got like that with Allison, but when I was pregnant with Allison, but and I'm sleeping horribly. I keep having the craziest dreams. I have really wonderful dreams, but then I have really crazy dreams, and I just cannot sleep very well. It's not that I can't get comfortable. I can get comfortable on my left or my right side. And, you know, those are the only two options that you have. It's just when I have to move from one side to the other. I have to wake myself up all the way, sit up on the side of the bed, readjust myself. I'll sit and I'll like rock like this, just because it's like my hips are so sore from laying on one side for so long. You know, and then I'll go to the bathroom or whatever if I have to, and then come back and lay on the other side. That's the only problem that I have right now. That is my only complaint. Other than that, I am feeling awesome. Walking around does not hurt at all. It just baffles my mind, because by the time I hit like 35, 36 weeks with Allison, I could not walk anywhere. I was in so much pain I had to stop like every 5 steps and just like grab my back and bend over and stretch, or I'd have to have Derek hold my arms and let me bend down onto like squat to stretch. But with this one, it's not like that at all. I can walk and walk and walk. The thing is, like shopping, like when shopping is really hard, because when you're walking and I have to stop to look at something or to grab something, stopping is the hard part. So when I do stop, I have to shift from one foot to the other, like, and just rock, or I'll put my hands on my hips and I'll just like sway. I just have to keep moving so that I don't feel any pain. But it's awesome compared to Allison. So, oh well, I forgot to tell you about what she talked to me about, the induction process, which is what I already knew. I mean, I researched and just knew things that what to expect. But she says they'll probably use this pill, kind of like a suppository kind of pill, to put in there, and that will help soften it to try to help me get to at least 4 centimeters. She said those are usually given every 4 hours. You know, if the first one doesn't work, you know, they'll give you another one. And depending on how that works or doesn't work, then they will use the bulb, which I do believe is called a Foley bulb, F-O-L-E-Y, I think, to at least dilate me to 4 centimeters. And then once that happens, once I'm at 4, then they will start Pitocin, which they gave me Pitocin with Allison because my labor kind of slowed down, so I know what to expect on those strong contractions. But I'm really hoping that they only have to give it to me for a little bit, and then my body will kick in, and then they won't have to give me any more. I'm really trying not to get an epidural this time. Thank you. Okay. I just really don't want to get one this time. I'm afraid to get one. And I hope it goes really fast. I'm hoping that since I'm progressing better than I was with Allison, and this is second pregnancy, and I know what to expect and all this and all that, and I was in labor with her for 24 hours, which I know is nothing compared to some of you ladies who have these like epic frickin' crazy 3-4 day stories, which I hope mine doesn't turn into that. But I'm prepared. We're ready. Bags are packed. Everything's ready to go. We just went to the store yesterday and got Derek's his snacks and drinks and gum and things like that for him to have. So we're not spending a ton of money at the hospital. And we're ready to go. So, and I'm going to, we don't have laptops, unfortunately, or I could update straight from the hospital, but you guys are not going to be able to see us until, honey, take your time. See us until after we get home. I will, of course, be updating on Facebook, so I'll put my Facebook link if some of you guys are not on my Facebook, because I know I have more subscribers on here than I have friends on Facebook, so I know that some of you don't have me on there. So yes, that's how we will be updating and everything. And the next video you will see, I will hopefully be holding a little tiny baby right here for you guys to see. So, okay everybody, I will end this video now. It's starting to get really dreary outside. It's going to storm really bad. You want to say bye to everybody, honey?
Bye.
Well, come here. Look at the camera. You don't want to say bye? She's getting really excited about having Elena out. But, okay everybody, until next time, thank you all so much for being here and saying sweet things and just being here. You know, we're here for one another, you know, for each other, and it's really nice, and it's like a nice escape from family and friends sometimes even too. So next time you see me, I will have a baby. Bye everybody.